And another one, and this is another plan change, making plan change 35 up there in Snells Beach, Operative. And John, you're going to represent Peter Vary here, the team leader from the Northwest and the Islands. I think this is relatively straightforward as well. Councillor Sayers, are you still with us? Is Councillor Sayers? No. Can I have a mover?
Happy to move.
Now, I think that's Councillor Mulholland, isn't it?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Mulholland. Councillor Mulholland has moved and Councillor Official-Collins has seconded. John, anything further to add?
No, thank you, Chair. Nothing to add. Have to answer any questions from the committee.
Questions, please, members? Councillor Coombe.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll keep this very quick, but for both reports, they both say this is a procedural step and there's no group impacts associated with the approval in relation to the climate impact statement and the Māori impact statement. I find that kind of a curious way of putting it, because every decision has got an impact, even if it's procedural. So I think this is something that just needs to go into I know this is not kind of picking on you, John, as the authoriser, but I think we just collectively need to have a think about how we frame those statements, because, you know, there's financial impacts, there's local board input impacts, local impacts. Yeah, there's also, we've got to think of it differently. It's not, but I just flag that. It's probably not something to respond to now, but I'm not convinced that's the right way of approaching those statements, even for a procedural matter.
Okay, we'll pick that up. I'll leave that with Chief of Strategy, and we'll pick that up. Thank you. Put it to the vote. All those in favour say aye. 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 Contrary, no. Declare that carried. Takes us to 15. Councillor Bartley will second. So I've got to move.
I have a question on the memos, if I may, very quickly.
Bartley. Kay, the officers are not here normally.
Question, just on the memo, D, attachment, Great North Road car transporter parking update. I gave feedback on that, replied to all councillors that there was a lot of missing information in that memo. So procedurally, I'd like to know, this has now gone onto an agenda. I would say it's not sufficient. We shouldn't accept it. How do we get the full response and ensure that it's followed up on?
Okay, have you responded to the writer of that? Okay, we need to pick it up there. Now, just in terms of memos or letters that might go out on behalf of the Planning Committee, they automatically come to the agenda, and it's there now. So offline, we need to just follow up. I'll ask the Chief of Strategy to follow that one up. Okay. Now, I had a move, I think over here, and a second in Councillor Bartley. Was it Councillor Simpson? It is on the screen. It's good to read, isn't it? Thank you. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Contrary, no. Declare that carried.
I had a supplementary.
I have carried the motion.
Oh, listen to that.
I've carried the motion. I'm sorry.
No, I had already listed that, Councillor, actually. It was already listed on the sidebar when you were talking, when Councillor Coombe was talking.
I can't see the sidebar. I don't have the sidebar. Councillor, we've left the item, unfortunately. Can we pick that up offline, please?
Well, that needs to actually follow a due process itself, because that is a process that we've been given as a provision to put information. So I've got notes there. So happy to leave it, but you know, I'm not happy procedurally, because then it means an opportunity is lost when the notice is put up. So just a comment on that, which was in support of Coombe. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. I think in future, members, if you're online, you're going to have to use your voice to ask a question, just as you use your voice to make us aware of a question here. There's no extraordinary business, and therefore I'll just close the meeting. Thank you, everybody. The meeting is closed.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Kalinda and Duncan.